Welcome to the class style. I'm making an outdoor table made from a wooden wheel today that my neighbor had, and I took two of them to revamp into a lovely outdoor piece.
The top
Stick
of the
around.
wheel when we took it off, and the no, this is the bottom because the top I'm using on the other table. So that's where I don't know what I'm doing with this piece as yet.
So guys, you
Also,
may remember my previous table that I did, and I was going to use this piece on it. This was a plant hanger that I had, and of course this is a video from before, which now it has already been cut, but this is how it looked before I did all the other preparations to it. I did red oxide it because it had some rust, cleaned it and all that, and then I did go ahead and paint it and got it ready for my plants, and I used to use it, and then I decided to cut it down. So this is how it's looking right now, and I did not bother to use it in my previous table, so I have another plan for it. When I saw the wheels that my neighbor had, I thought that it would make a lovely tabletop on this. So guys, this is a power up collab hosted by the lovely Crafts Unleashed by Robin and her lovely co-host OK at Home DIY, and a whole bunch of other ladies. All things Connie, Love to Create by Tanya, the Rusted Willow, myself, Theclastyle Monroe, Up All Night DIY, and Junkaneka DIY. So I have my paint that I used in the other table, and I'm going to just paint the bottom of it and make sure it goes all around, and I am going to give it 2 coats. So this is the other part to it. Now this have a top and a bottom, and it had some rods, 3 rods coming through with bolts holding it on the top, and then the pallets around it to hold everything in place. And when we take out all the bolts and stuff, the pallets just fell easily to the ground. So it fit perfectly, guys, around the table, which was so nice to me. And this is where the umbrella is gonna go through. I did use my filler and it was getting hard, guys, so I still went ahead and used my wood filler to fill up the pieces that I really did not want. So I'm using a sander, but you can use a sandpaper if you choose to, and I'm just using my sander. It's a very handy tool. It saves time and I love using it. So I'm not afraid to use my tools. I'm sanding all around the edges because it had a little splinter on it. Now these are where the rods came through. There are 3 of them. It's a little metal piece that the rod held to the bottom part, and I'm just using the paint and going ahead and paint that off. I'm going to be doing the 3 of them, and the color really looks nice, and it really comes across like a kind of a metal finish, which I love about it. So I'm just getting that done. And if you notice all the paint colors coming through the table, I used to use this the wheel actually, as a table to spray paint all my pieces because I had it in the yard for quite some time. And that's how all the different colors are on it. And I love how the colors are bleeding through. So I'm just doing around the rim of it. And my husband is just helping me to hold it in place and just to tighten a screw that was coming undone on the strips of the wood. So I'm just continuing on doing that.
so guys, this is how it turned out. Like I said, I love the imperfections that it is there. This is for the umbrella to come through, of course, and you realize on the wood itself you get different tones. This is where I spray painted other stuff, but I love how it looks. It turned out so nice, and it ties in with the bottom of it. Eventually I want to add some strips here to make it look more of a wooden feel, so I think that's what I'm going to do next. But for now, I love how it turned out.
So I'm using my wood stain. This is just a little bit in here, and it's a walnut. I love using this, and I'm using my rag to apply the stain onto the piece. Oh, I love using stains. I don't like varnish. I'm not a varnish person, but I love my stains. So I am going to be ragging that into it. And as I'm ragging, I'm noticing all the colors just coming through from the other paints, and it is looking gorgeous, guys. So I'm just going to continue that. I'm going to give it 2 coats. What I'm doing here is cutting out some strips for my another project, and I'm using a jigsaw. I love using my jigsaw because it does really nice for small jobs. So I'm just using the circular saw to cut out some other pieces that I'm going to be making planter boxes out of, just against the wall here, and we've already lined up everything, screwed in some of them, and I'll just continue to finish off the rest. In this part, I'm going to be using my drill and my screw gun. So I love my screw gun, is my best tool, guys. I love to use a screw gun. So we are just inserting the screws. This particular one was very hard, so I had to ask my son to help me because, you know, my hands are not all that well right now. That is the existing table down on the other side that you just saw there. And do remember to check out the host and co-host channels and all the rest of the lovely ladies. And remember to like, subscribe, and share to their channel, and we can see and learn a couple new DIY ideas. So I did cover my chairs. I just got a piece of fabric from inside and I did cover the chairs, and the table really turned out beautiful. I really enjoyed actually sitting here because I was sitting on it and, you know, just relaxing. And it's later on, and I did install some lights, and I came out with my cup of coffee, and I was enjoying this really very well. And I added, you know, just some lights in my bottles. Remember, I do bottle designs, and it is a quiet space. It's lovely just to come out even in the morning or in at night time to really enjoy watching the stars, you know, and all those lovely things. So thanks, guys, for coming on board with me, and do like, subscribe, and share. And guys, check out in the description box all the information for the host and co-host. See you soon. Bye for now. Catch you later. Bye, guys.